Yes. Welcome to fans reaction about the match that just been played by Manchester United versus Arsenal. Manchester United won the match 3-2. 3-3-3. 1-2-3-2. Well, we have going to do our players rating, but I'll be joining by Kunle Fayiga in a moment to look at this match, and also Jide also will be joining me. Jide Ladipo from UK as well will be joining me. He's an Arsenal fan. He'll be joining me live. Let me bring Kunle in. Kunle, are you there? United!
Yes, sir. What did I tell you? I told you. I told you. Second half, it's always like that. I told you.
It is what it is.
I told you. It is.
I mean, I was
I
at
told
the
you.
moment I saw Arsenal coming in like wounded lions.
No. See, second half. I see. Under Solskjaer, that's why we've always had. You see, there's always this fire. There's always this push. See, Man U doesn't just start well. I don't know well. I am hoping that it is something that will be corrected under Rangnick.
Yes.
But Man U doesn't start well. But the moment they are able to get a goal like this,
yeah, the momentum.
that's how it keeps going. So even when it was 2,
yes,
I said Man U to come back out. It's not Arsenal. I just knew it. and see what happened.
If you look at the match, to be precise, I felt at some point Arsenal were actually pushing it. They lost some couple of chances. If you look at it, I mean, like Aubameyang,
yes,
was dreadful. Couldn't. I mean, what's wrong with Saka as well? They have some good chances.
Yeah, they did, but like you said, they didn't put it. They didn't put them away, and let's be fair. The equalizer, the second goal was a bad piece of defending because United had already scored 2-1.
Yes.
And then, but poor defending. Telles couldn't. Telles was supposed to mark Martinelli, and he gave Martinelli so much space. Like, and he was seeing Martinelli, but that's one of the bad things about Telles. Telles is really not good, and that is where. Those moments where you have to make some good defensive decisions. Telles doesn't really do that. But credit to Diego Dalot today. He was very, very impressive.
Immense.
Especially going forward. Like, all those things you expect from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, that is exactly what Dalot was doing. So, credit to him as well.
Yeah, what do you think about this about the performance? I'm talking about the way we play. I think we press up high. High up. The style of the new. Do you see any traces like that? The new.
Well, I wouldn't say. Well, it's not that the pressing was because we didn't play anything close to what Rangnick was going to play. I think what we saw was because really good Solskjaer end of football. Yeah, we're going to huff and puff until something happens. There was a bit of pressing here, but not the way Rangnick would have wanted. And there was a lot of back passing, which is something Rangnick does not like. You always keep the ball forward. Keep the goal. There's nothing like pass back in games. There was a lot of passing back, and that was why you could see the likes of Fred, McTominay, making mistakes where they couldn't get hold of the ball, trying to push it back around. So
I think,
but
if you look at the individual, if you look at the
Yeah.
individual from Manchester United, and if you look at the individual, I think at some point, Fred was really immense. I mean, going forward, defending. I mean,
Yeah, but yes, but he didn't start. He didn't start very well. Don't forget that he was very shaky. He was very disappointing. But of course, from the moment he assisted Bruno Fernandez's equalizer with that nice flick, and then into the second half, yes, things did change. Because one thing is this: when Manchester United is on the charge, Fred is also charged.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's quickly look at the players' rating.
Okay.
If you want to look at it, I think I have a chart here. David Ogbu is saying hello. Hi, David.
Hello, David. Hope you are good. Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember David Ogbu. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, share, and also like. We're trying to develop the community here. You know, before we go into the, let me reply. Hi, David. I want to see whether he wants to come in. Hi, David. Let's look at the player. I mean, the player ratings. Kunle, let's go
yeah.
for the Let's go for the year.
The-
What do you think? Fantastic.
yeah. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. I'll give the gear. I'll give gear 6 7. I'll give the gear 6 7 out of 10.
You remember the
Um,
save? You remember the save? Aubameyang save?
yes,
was-
yes, yeah.
I thought it was an
Yes.
offside.
It was offside. It was offside. It was offside.
Oh,
It
really?
was. Yes, it was. It was. It was. It was. It was. It was offside. It was. It was. So I think I'll give him 7.
You gave
It
him
was
seven.
okay.
Well,
At least,
for me,
at least the 2 goals considered were not his fault. So
yeah. I'll give him 7 too. No doubt about it. I think
Yeah.
he really tried. He really, I mean, he did very well. Let me put it that way. Going
Yeah,
to the right
yes.
back. Let's go to the right back. That's this guy coming newly. It's been a while. I've seen him Dalot starting a match. I mean,
Yeah. Yes.
wasn't with
And
Wambaseka injured or something?
he has, yeah, he had I think his injury was, I think, was it his back or something. He
Okay.
does have a slight injury, but it's not serious.
Serious.
Yes, nothing serious. Yeah, so I think we should we should be seeing back on Sunday.
Okay. Dalot. What do you say about Dalot? I mean, I think at some point Dalot was the only person going forward, coming
Yes.
back. Is the only one. At some point, I think Rashford was missing. It was not there.
Yeah, Rashford wasn't really. Yeah, wasn't really in the game
Yeah.
today. Rashford wasn't in the game at all. Although he did give the assist for Ronaldo's Ronaldo's the goal that was did 2-1. And let's not forget, it was Ronaldo's 800th career goal. Yes. 800. Yes, and then the winning penalty that he scored to make it 3-2 was his 801st. That is amazing for someone who traditionally is not a striker. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Fantastic. So what are you going to give Dalot? I mean,
I'm giving Dalot a 7 as well. I'm giving Dalot a 7 as well. Yes, he was fantastic. Going forward, he was just, the forward passes, putting the balls into the box. He was wonderful. And I think this is probably going to put Wan-Bissaka on his toes because because Wan-Bissaka, these are the kind of things you expect to see from Wan-Bissaka, but he hardly does them. But to see Dalot do it with so much composure and so much confidence, and Dalot was also not bad defensively as well. He did track back
And
when
his
needed
going
and
forward
stuff.
is fantastic. His going
Oh
forward is
yes, oh yes, it is. Let's not forget that he had a very nice time on loan at AC Milan last season. He was a regular starter. He played a lot of games, and you know one of the good things about Dalot here is that he's kind of become fitter. You know, when he first came to United as a teenager under Jose Mourinho,
Mhm.
he was having a lot of injury problems, and it kind of made it difficult for him to get integrated into the team. But I think those things are now behind him, and he is doing very well.
Yeah. So you're giving 7. Now let's look
Yeah,
at
I give him 7.
um uh, Yomi. I don't know where Yomi wants to come in. He said get in. That's all right. I think I have to share the link if anybody is coming in to join us.
No. The comment get in. He's like, oh,
Mhm.
he's
Yeah,
getting in. Yeah,
as
that,
in,
yeah, yeah,
that's
yes, exactly.
Manchester United. So we quickly let's look at Lindelof. Lindelof,
Lindelof, Lindelof too.
really up
Yeah,
his game.
Lindelof was very fine. I think he was composed. He didn't make any errors whatsoever. You know.
Yes.
I think I would. Uh, seeing that Manchester United did not keep a clean sheet,
Mm,
I will give him 6. Yes,
6.
I'll give him 6. Yes, I'll
Yeah.
give him 6.
That's not bad. That's for me. I also look at.
Yeah.
I think it really did well as well. At least, but
Hmm.
they still make some goals. But let's look at our captain,
Yeah.
Maguire. Maguire coming in. You know,
Maguire.
mm, I think
Maguire.
it's better than before. The way I'm
No,
looking at it,
no, no,
anyway.
no, 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 no. Maguire wasn't really. Maguire wasn't really himself. There were some places where he was. There were moments where he was equally shaky and still showing traits of his old self.
Mm,
It's like him going out of suspension didn't really serve much, and I think there's still a lot to be worried about him.
yes.
For him, I think I will give him 5
Yeah.
out of
Well,
10. Yes.
well, I'm going to give him 6. Not me. I mean, let's say 6 is average. You know.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll give him a 5 though.
well, that's awesome. Tell us.
Ah,
For me,
nah. I am giving
at some
him
point,
a straight 4. 4. He was no.
yeah,
I am
because
giving Teles 4.
look
I
at
don't
his
want to
face.
no.
He's always
Come on, no.
out of position.
He, yes, he was. I'm giving Teles a 4 today. Like
But it's going
he
forward. What
wasn't.
do you say about his going forward?
Yeah, his going forward wasn't that bad at all, but his defensive his defensive awareness was very bad, and it cost us that equalize, and it cost United the equalizer, that Arsenal's
Yeah.
equalizing goal, where he was supposed to mark
Supposed to mark.
Martinelli. I believe he could
Look,
have done it
you saw
effectively.
the match. At some point, Saka was left alone again 2 times.
Exactly. Yes. As in, he was. And this kind of things only tells you that even on Luke Shaw's day,
Yes.
he's still a better player than Alex Telles.
Tell us. Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm
and
gonna
that
give
is why I always believe that what's it called? That's why I would always believe that Shaw will always be the number one left back, and it will never be under threat. Even on Luke Shaw's worst day, he will still be
still.
the first pick over Telles. Yes.
So let's go move to the midfield. We said we gave Tellers 4.
4, yes.
The Choco brothers. That's
Choco, bro.
Fred and
I beg
McTominay.
you.
No, I still
Please.
prefer Fred. I still prefer Fred. It's going to do very
Of
well in
course.
Ralph Ragnick
Of
era. I think
Yeah,
it's going to be
no,
huge.
Fred made some very, very good passes today. Though, yes, he did.
An
He did.
interception too.
Yes, even though he fumbled at some point, but yeah, well, like where he was misplacing passes and all. But you could see in the second half, he was an improved player. Like he
I,
really did.
he
He
really,
was.
yeah.
He,
He gave. You saw the pass he gave to Bruno. That
to
assist.
Bruno. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Now that's what I'm saying. That was a
I
very
couldn't
nice
believe
pick.
it.
And
I couldn't
come on,
believe it.
come on now, Fred. What are you saying, that Fred? Have you
Pastor
forgotten
Fred.
against Villa? What's Pastor Fred? Come on, give the guy some, cut the guy some slack. Even the can't you remember the winner against Villarreal that Ronaldo scored? He was the one who he
Oh
crossed the
wow.
ball into the box from the. Come on, the guy is just underrated. He's really, yes, I know he does have problems with his passing, but Fred is a very good player on his day.
Wow,
I mean,
shout
this
out
is
to
someone.
Olakunle Olorudaris. I mean, on Facebook, is giving us some like. That's good.
Oh,
Shout
nice,
out to.
nice, nice.
Thank you so much, bro. Let's look at what do you say about Fred? What the ratings are you going to rate him?
Oh, Fred.
Yes,
Well,
Fred.
despite the fact
William.
that no, yes, despite the fact that I said that yes, I was giving him some love and all for his improvements in the second half, and I think I would still give him six regardless. I think I would still give
Fred.
him a
No,
six.
I'm going to give
Yes.
Fred. No doubt about it. 6. I'm going to give him 7. So far, Dallas have 7.
Yeah, but I'm just going to give him a six because it wasn't an all round, like
Round.
because the first half was, he could have done better in the first half. But yes, thankfully, yes, he did give the assist for Bruno Fernandez's goal.
I mean,
Yes,
in the
and
box, Fred in the box, playing
Fred,
that
Fred, no,
position. I think
Fred
that's his.
actually, no, Fred actually does make some good moves inside the box. Sometimes, he's someone you can't really predict, but he does show flashes of brilliance. He really does.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He does.
Well, what about his brother? That's McTominay.
McTominay, yeah, I think McTominay as well. I think I would give McTominay a 6 too because in the first half as well, he really wasn't there. But from the second half, when Manchester United started charging, you
Mhm.
could see that, so all those like back passes and all, McTominay was spraying more
Yeah.
passes for he was spraying more passes forward. He was, making the game progress for us. So I think I would give him a six as well, but definitely not his best game.
Yes. Um, 6 is not bad for me too. I mean, that's an
Mm.
average. Let's look at
Yeah.
the forward line. Let's start from Bruno. Bruno scored a good goal.
Bruno,
He scored a good
yeah.
goal after a long while. Bruno has not scored for a long time right now. I think.
Um, well, Bruno.
Mhm.
Well, this is going to be tough. Yeah, I
7.5
know he did.
or 7.
I, I,
7.5.
I'm not a point. I'm not. I don't like the points. Something. I give a round figure. So I am sorry, but I think I'll give Bruno a six. Yeah. Yes. I know you would have said, but I don't want to give Bruno 7% because, like I said, the first half was, in the first
Was
half,
just flat, frustrating.
yes, yeah,
Uh,
and then even in the
Second,
second half,
Moses
and then even in the
showing out.
second half, it's not like yeah, then even in the second half, it's not like things were really happening from his side like that. It was
Mhm.
really more from the flank that things were happening, So especially Dalo's end, So
Yeah.
um, I'll give him a six.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it might sound unfair, but I'll give him a six.
Mm. Well. Also, what do you feel about Sancho today? Sancho, Jadon Sancho.
Sancho.
Yeah.
Well, Sancho, yeah, Sancho was well. He didn't get a goal, he didn't get an assist today, but Sancho was still very much involved. His runs into the box, and then his passing. Then there were even some periods of time where he was coming back. You know, he was tracking back and doing some good defensive work, and I think that is impressive, and it actually goes to show that he's really improving, and he's going to be, and he seems that he's going to be a very big asset for Ragnick because Ragnick, according to reports, Ragnick did try to sign him
Hmm.
while he was still at Manchester City.
Yeah.
Ragnick was the manager of RB Leipzig, and he had interest in him before Borussia Dortmund, took that opportunity to sign him. So it was a good game. He was involved in the attack. He really was. So I think I'll give him a 7. I'll
Fantastic.
give him a 7. Yes, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7.
That's good.
Yeah.
Rashford.
Oh,
Rashford.
Marcos. Wow,
Because
Rashford.
I mean, it's still
Yeah,
dreadful. I mean,
nah,
the
this wasn't
touches.
Rashford.
I
Yeah,
mean,
very, very poor
losing
touches.
possession
He
on
couldn't.
the they
Honestly,
couldn't
this
hold on.
wasn't it. Yeah,
Decision
yes, he did.
making.
Absolutely, yes, he did. He did give the assist for Ronaldo's
That's it.
800 goal, and he
Mhm.
took one lead. Credit to him for that, but I think that doesn't still take away that he had a very below par game. I think, and it wasn't even long after I think he did the assist that he was substituted off. And if I'm correct, I think Jesse Lingard came on for him. If I'm
Came on,
correct,
yeah,
so
yeah.
yes, so it wasn't surprising. Like, and he was the first substitution, if I was right. So it
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't. It just goes to show you that
It
yeah, he
wasn't
wasn't.
sarcastic at all. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. So I'll give him a 6, and a 6 only because he did
He did
give the
assist.
assist. If not for the assist,
It will
I
have
think
been
I'll give
four,
him.
five.
Yeah, I'll give him
It's
a
so
4,
poor.
maybe, or even a 3, even a
It's
3.
so
But
poor.
yeah, he was. But I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6.
Now let's
I'll
move
give him a 6.
to the man of the. I mean, I feel. I mean,
Yeah,
Bruno.
yeah,
Ooh, I mean, let's give it to
yeah,
him. Is the best.
yeah.
Is the best.
Oh, absolutely,
Eight
absolutely.
hundred
If you can,
goals. Eight
yes,
hundred goals. Madness.
yes, 800. It's phenomenal. It's
Oh
fantastic.
my
Like
god.
I've absolutely,
Man.
absolutely. It is absolutely fun. It is absolutely
Look at the penalty.
fantastic.
He took it very well. Calm.
Yes, it was a
Easy.
very calm finish, and the goal for 2-1. It was yeah. Then okay, yes, the goal for 2-1. Yes,
Yeah.
you could see it, a very nice tap in.
Nice. Yeah.
Those kind of
Been
goals
at the right place
that
at the right
Ronaldo
time.
will not miss. And
Yes.
absolutely,
So what are you going to
absolutely,
give him? What are you going to give
absolutely.
him? I think I think he's the man
Oh
of the match.
well, yeah.
He has done it
Oh
again.
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Absolutely. He's the man of the match, and yeah, he's going to be the highest rated player, and giving him an 8.
eight.
Giving him 8 straight up.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's phenomenal.
giving him an
What
8.
about
Yes.
our changes? At some point, Lingard came in. He came in for Rashford, and who else came in again?
Donny van de Beek
Van de
towards the
Beek.
ending of the match,
Yeah,
and Anthony Martial
Martial.
Yeah, well, we
You
couldn't
notice the
really
body,
rate.
the body of Tony Martial is as if it's maybe he wants to go out. I mean, he wants out. I don't know. It's gonna be
Well,
painful
yeah,
during the summer.
yeah. Yes, it is actually looking that way because you know, he's just not being up to the form and expectation,
Yeah,
of what people. It's just not it at all. So I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. Even he himself would believe that he needs something because a lot of opportunity has been given to him, but
yeah,
he's one of the highest paid players in the club.
in the
He
club.
earns
Yeah,
over two. Yeah, he earns over 200,000,
yeah, or
which
something.
Yeah, 250 around that, and I still find it actually hard to believe. Like that's like free money
Money.
for somebody who is not. Yes, that's like free money for somebody who is not doing well. Like it's astonishing. So I
Mm.
wouldn't be surprised if he moves, and I think it's really the best because he clearly seems not to get it, and I don't even see how he wants to get integrated into Ralph Ragnick's plans. Because out of everyone in the team, he is the one who has the that attitude problem where
Yeah, it
he
feels
where he
like
doesn't yeah where he doesn't he's the least motivated, where he doesn't
yeah.
he doesn't
You
show
see the
zeal, he
he
doesn't
doesn't
show
show
passion.
passion.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Maybe he's
So
not happy. Let's look at this is where we are right now.
yep,
Chelsea.
yep, yep.
Chelsea is still there at number
Yes,
one. Man
yes.
City, Liverpool.
Hmm.
Wow. Tottenham is now in sixth position. They have 22 points. Manchester United 21 points.
Yeah, but it's just so. Yeah, but as you can see, we are just 3 points off the top four, and
Yeah.
it was actually good. That was why, like, West Ham's draw against Wolves yesterday was a blessing because assuming they had won, but what we
Yeah.
just now, it's a good thing now because I think we have finished our.
Thank God. That means
Yeah, we have finished
it's a
our.
nice
We
one
have
for us
finished.
to have
Yes, because
we have to win that
yes,
match.
of course.
It's a must.
Yes, we have to because yeah, no, because now we
The
have
gap
come
will be
to the
getting
end
bigger.
of.
The gap will be going if he missed that match.
Yes, yes, yes. So it was actually good, and we should point it out that we have now won. We have completed that run of tough fixtures.
Yeah.
This is the end of it. It started in let me see. I'm trying to look at it. Yeah, it started at the beginning of November. Or no,
Um,
it started at the beginning of at the end of September. Okay, we beat Villarreal end of September 2-1. That game that Ronaldo scored the winner. Then from there, we played Everton, drew. Then we lost to Leicester City
yeah.
at the in the Premier League. Then we managed to beat Atalanta when we were not our best. Ronaldo coming up again, with
Mm-hmm.
a late winner. Then the horrific 5-0
Horrific.
loss yeah, very very bad loss.
Very, very bad luck.
Where Paul Pogba got sent off. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
something I would love to. It's not something I want to enjoy. I just even kind of feel pain that day because I think I
Look
watched
how
it.
it was crazy.
Yeah. Yes, then
Uh,
we now adjusted, yes, with the game against Tottenham because we needed to adjust because at that point in time soldiers job was on the line.
on the line.
So they responded 3-0, fantastic win at Tottenham, then followed with a 2-2 draw at Atalanta, which wasn't bad, but it was a
Yes.
game where again, you know, we were not at our best. Then came the Manchester Derby, 2-0 loss. Very
Yeah.
disappointing game. Manchester City outplayed us. They used possession it was like as if it was a training match. It could have been
Mm-hmm.
more than that,
More
but
than that.
yes, and maybe that could have been again if it was probably another 5-0 loss or something because
Mm-hmm.
they could have scored more goals. I'm sure Solskjaer would have lost his job. But then the big one now came, that 4-1 against Watford, where Nigeria's Emmanuel Dennis was the star of the show.
The
Beat
star of the
us
show.
4-1. Yeah, they
Big
beat
up
us
to
4-1.
Dennis.
Yes,
Big
it
up.
was it was a yeah, it was a game. He also scored yesterday
Yeah, he
against
scored
Chelsea,
yesterday.
as you know.
Yeah.
He scored yesterday.
Big up.
Unfortunate
Big
that
up to Dennis. We're behind you, man.
the
You're doing us
yeah,
proud.
the calls are already growing louder that he needs to be called up to the African Nations Cup squad in January. And
Of course, yes.
oh well, we don't know. We don't know what the next man. Well, it is already reported that Genon Troy is not going to be in charge because they are trying to look for a new manager now, but the NFF have not announced anything yet. But definitely, um, Dennis deserves a spot based on this form, but it's hard to see. It's hard to see if there will be any involvement. And then again, we really don't know what the tournament is going to be like. If if Genotro was going to be in charge, it is easy to predict his lineup, and
That's one
I
up,
don't
yeah.
and I don't see Dennis in his lineup.
I don't
But mean,
think I don't
no,
see Dennis as well.
he might no, he
He might
might
be
be
on
in
the
the
bench.
yeah, he'll be on the bench because Raw already has his. No, Raw has his team already, so he will be on the. He might be on the bench. So back to United. The that was the killer blow and the end of Soldier's job. And then the next three games, Michael Carrick dispensation. Credit to Michael Carrick.
Credit.
3 games
Fantastic.
unbeaten.
Yeah,
I mean,
unbeaten.
the big game against Villarreal, we needed to
Villarreal,
win.
even
We won
Chelsea.
it.
Can you
We won
imagine
it.
Chelsea?
Yes, that game. It was a game exactly. We frustrated Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea were not at their best, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
And today,
And now we got this one. Even though we were not
God,
also at our best in the first half, but we responded very well. And now we are now going to the next run of fixtures that are going to
yes.
that are going
I
to be
think our next
we are
match is
playing.
on Sunday again.
Yes,
Crystal
against
Palace.
Crystal Palace, and that is the game we should win. Though we shouldn't underestimate Crystal Palace because they are a very good attacking side under Patrick Vieira.
Patrick Vieira, yes.
Yes, they are very, very good. So, and if you give them space, if you give them chance, they will
Yeah.
punish you. So it's not a game to take lightly, but that is going to be Ragnick's first game in charge. Ragnick is going to be having his first press conference tomorrow. So we're going to hear what he has to say ahead of the game and probably get an idea of how he wants to approach things. Then we have our final game against the Champions League game against Villarreal. Sorry, against young boys. Young boys. These young boys. Shall you see, boss? We must beat them. Oh. I got on one. Shall you see that first game? We must beat them. That they beat us 2-1 because of Wan-Bissaka's red card. They beat us. Seriously, Mio, if we don't give them 5-0, I'll be disappointed. I've already said it. I'm telling you. God on the one, we
But
must.
it's not going to line up with all the players. I mean, they should have some rest.
Well, yes, that is most likely. But then remember, Manchester United needs to seal top spots in order to avoid meeting a very tough opponent in the round of 16. Well, the tough opponent could be Paris Saint-Germain because PSG are going to finish second. So there's every probability that if we finish first, we might actually beat PSG. But it's always better to finish on top because you get to play a team that finished second, and normally it's usually like a weaker team that you would face. So I think it is better that yes. Then after Young Boys, that ends the Champions League. Then we now go into the period of December, where it is going to be a very tight schedule.
Yeah.
Very, very tight schedule.
Very.
But we are going to be playing games that are winnable. Norwich City, Brentford, Brighton, Newcastle, Burnley.
Yeah.
Then these are games we should be winning. Even Wolverhampton Wanderers, Aston Villa. Before we now play West Ham at Old Trafford on the 22nd of January. Yes, until we now play West Ham ahead. Then we play Burnley again on the 8th. Okay,
really?
The 8th of yes, we play Burnley on the 8th of February. Then Southampton. I mean, our games from December to February, we should be clearing it, believe me, because we've had 2 months of tough fixtures. Now we have been rewarded with another 2 months of easy fixtures. Leeds United, Watford. I mean, come on. Our next big game will not be until Manchester is now March. We now come and start playing all those big teams. Manchester City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Lira. Leicester City, Everton.
Everton, yeah.
So
Then, quick one before
Yeah.
we round up the fans' reaction.
Yes.
Tomorrow we said we want to look at the greatest 11 that's ever played for the national team. That's Super Eagles. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the best 11 when we're talking of a goalkeeper, the right back, the
Mm-hmm.
left back, the two center back, the midfield,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
striker, the winger. So we want to tomorrow. Uh, we have to be on the. What time do you think we should? The same time, or because I want it to be in the evening Nigerian time where everybody will be home. Or what do you
Oh,
think?
that would be yeah, that would be fine. That would be fine.
It's going to be a debate. I'm looking for whereby we can bring in Silas. It's going to be a debate. I'll also be a
Okay.
moderator. You know, look at the best
Okay.
11, the best goalkeeper. I mean, has ever played.
Oh.
For
Oh.
let me quickly look at what I have there before we round up.
That would be fine. That would be fine.
Yeah, that would be if I greatest 11. Look at these people. I'm trying to bring it up.
Okay.
The best 11. Uh, do you remember this? Okay, I think I have it here. So, is it on me? And
Hello, Chief. Yeah. Wow. Èmi náà ṣáà rí i pé wow, 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 wow. No wahala, no wahala. Tomorrow, no problem. I am sure. No wahala.